There he is, TALONESUI, our first finalist. Let's meet his opponents, the second finalists. It is Juninho. They are seated and ready, they are locked in. Well, we are moments away from kicking off match 1. Brazil versus Thailand, game on. Brazil attacking the right-hand goal in the famous yellow strip. Blue shorts, white socks. We have Thailand decked out in all blue. If you kind of cast your mind back, Alex, I know it was a long time ago, but what sparked the great escape for Thailand out of the groups was obviously that win over Dennis Bernard. But even then, going into his final game to qualify for the knockouts, he had to beat the man who stands before him here, representing Brazil. Speaking of, that's a rocket!
Look at that, in the very first one, putting it into the net. That long shot was insane, Harry.
My goodness gracious, I thought this was audacious. I thought I had time to finish my point, but Juninho says, you've been yapping for long enough. And look at this from so far out. It's audacious. It's not.
Do you remember that game against England in group stage with Vega, similar action, no pressure, long shot, putting into the net? I mean, you are facing Brazil, Harry, and you're expecting more for, Richarlison, Neymar, or the striker, but from the midfielder, you're not expecting to have those shots. Wonderful play. Brazil into the lead.
Brazil 1, Thailand 0. And that's going to give something for Thailand to think about. We saw early on Juninho was taking a little look at how the formation was going to line up for Thailand and for Thailand. Seeing exactly and kind of anticipating the game plan from Thailand to see what kind of Thailand team was going to face him here on the virtual pitch.
Ooh.
Cleared away by the Brazilian defence. I think he saw the back five and maybe anticipated having to really attack as a form of defence, and he's doing so. He's Richarlison, who, don't forget, was sent off in the semi-final against Japan in game number 2 in the 9th minute. Funnily enough, he scored in the 9th minute of the first game of the grand finals here. Not Richarlison, but Brazil have. Something about the 9th minute in there somewhere. Free kick, though, to Brazil.
Yeah, it's really interesting to analyze the matchup between these two. We see the Brazilian with the possession is putting a lot of pressure on the shoulder of TALONESUI, which is not being resolutive to defend that superiority in the mid-pack from the Brazilian, which is now having the free kick. Vega again, that was close. And Rafael Vega, what a surprise, Harry, has been a sensation for the Brazilian into this competition with those bangers, with those rockets that have his show up into this competition. Keep up the pressure, Juninho, looking for the second one. Meanwhile, now finally can go hype up the pitch. TALONESUI a little bit, but no, losing the ball once again.
Opening 25 minutes of this grand final has been one-way traffic. Brazil with early signs of control. Some good pressure there, though, for potentially Thailand to punish, but for Juninho, he's been resting, he's been watching in his pod, seeing the grueling effort that the semi-final number 2 was for Thailand and Peru. Now he gets his chance to get his hands on the phone and get his hands on his adversary here with 10 minutes to go in the first half of game 1. Brazil in the final third. Vega is dispossessed. It will be a corner for his efforts.
Nice recovery from Burmathan, the left back from TALONESUI, to reach the ball in the really last moment before he connected with Ronnie. Now we'll see the connected Vega for Juninho. That was close. Yeah, we will see if TALONESUI has something to say, because they don't usually start losing their games, especially we haven't seen previously against Juninho. So let's see if this time have a solution in terms of intensity, in terms of new way to go through. Look at this one, Umatan.
Oh, lots of space on the near side. Who can Talon pick out? That's a nice back heel, stunning strike with that purple power bar. Just can't beat the first man. And halftime is approaching.
Nice block.
Will there be a final attack here for Brazil?
Counter.
Vega on the ball, back inside to Richarlison.
Nice
Good
play.
passing here, but it's still alive here actually for Brazil. The referee says no.
What the ref is
Juninho
doing?
can't believe it.
That was
And
a
it
clinical
will
pass.
finish. Brazil 1, Thailand 0 at the end of the first half of game 1. And now, Alex, we can start to take a little breath. And no doubt, Talon, who's been known for his long pauses, his tactical substitutes, will be exercising his right to do so here at halftime.
Well, let's see. Some substitution from TALONESUI. One center forward, one center midfielders. Switching to 5-3-2 recently. Let's see. No, let's see, because now 5 center backs from Juninho. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, we saw before sometimes dropping your lines with 5 center backs, full defensive, sometimes worse, sometimes no. But now will be like a mirror formation between these two. But Juninho with the lead.
You've been here before, Alex. I love leaning on your experience because I love to remind people. We got a world champion standing next to me in the booth. What are your thoughts here? When you're in this position, when you're in Juninho's position, you're going into the half of a grand final, first game, you're up 1-0. Do you go defense? Like, well, what's your game plan here?
Somehow, I believe the variation of that 5 center back formation for Juninho is similar in terms to go help up the pitch offensively. So that will give him those passes in those inside line. But at the same time, you can be, let's say, protected slightly more than before. So in mobile, this formation works so well when you're winning. But look at that mistake, because if he catches, no. That was close. The pressure from TALONESUI.
It looks like the referee's going to bail out Brazil after that. As you said, pressure forcing the mistake. But half 1 is in the books. Half 2 now on your screens. Brazil attacking the left-hand goal. And as it stands, they look poised to take game 1 here in the best of 3 grand finals. What does Talon have in response, I wonder? He's been so tenacious throughout today. He's been gritty, he's dug in, he's had to at moments. But is there anything left in the tank? Chance here, far side. Who can Talon pick out? It's a cross in, it's a dangerous header. But on the hour mark, Thailand recycle possession. They try and come forward here again. Still far side, 2 yellow shirts accompanying. Chance for maybe a pass along the floor, pass back to him, and there's a chance! Oh no, the frame of the goal denies the equaliser. Almost jubilation and almost reward for some of that tenacity from Talon that he's had to display several times today, but has to stay switched on. Richarlison trying to find his teammates! Brazil 2, Thailand 0. In game 1, it's a second goal. And it's a massive one for Juninho.
You know, we say in Spanish, una de cal y otra de arena, because this time no. Because look at that, right after that big chance, the biggest one for TALONESUI in the contest. Juninho this time, yes, is able to put the ball into the net, almost saved by the goalie, which barely could save it, and under the legs, the ball went, you know, by slightly into the net. 2-0, massive goal for Brazilian, for Juninho. Because now it's getting closer to clinch the first victory in the grand final. But it needs to be 2 of any of these players if they want to be the champion of this competition.
It's not pretty, but at this stage, it doesn't matter the manner in which they find pay dirt. As long as they move that score in the top left of the screen in your favour, you will not remember the goals, you'll just remember the results.
And that's it. I mean that things happen. an offside by a rebounds, penalties. Things happen into the game. We saw before Juninho with a man off in the second game against Goo Games. Even with that, he was able to win. So when we said that TALONESUI has made the run through this grand final after surviving many crazy things that happened on the way to Juninho as well, no? Because defeat for second time in a row, Goo Games, the runner-up in the last eFootball World Finals in 2 games with 10 players in the second game. Oh man, that's a lot, and yeah, no surprise for the moment. Juninho, the favorite, in a solid way, winning this first match.
Underway after the restart. Brazil 2, Thailand 0. We're in the final, the first game of the final. A best of 3 between Talon and Juninho. Juninho has been rock solid all day. The only goal he has conceded has been to Talon in the group stages in Group B. Feels like a lifetime ago we were telling that story. But you cannot rest on your laurels here for either side.
And if we ask him, maybe he said, oh, because I was qualified. If not, no one scored me, you know. You never know. 15 minutes left, and it's Juninho going forward with Ronnie.
The near side, Ronnie.
Oh, Dola. Look how strong is that centre-back from Thailand, Dola. That scored, and it's really dangerous, especially on those corner kicks. We'll see now TALONESUI with 3 centre-backs, if he's able to get closer into the score.
Look at the space for Joelinton. Into the feet of Ronnie here as well. We'll come back to the aforementioned man. Plies his trade in the north of England, doesn't Joelinton? I know Tony's a big fan of him. I should tell you the club under which he plies his trade, but either way, final 10 minutes now. Marquinhos to Lodi. And this has been a clinic by Juninho.
Oh, look at that, it's poised in.
Ooh,
the ball
over the top towards Ronnie! Richarlison scores! And that is a bow on top of the present. It's a cherry on the cake. It's an exclamation mark for Juninho. Game 1 is going to Brazil. And the thing that I think we have to see from Talon going forward, he needs to prove that his concentration is still there. He needs to prove the stamina is still there. It's all well and good winning your semi-final after a marathon, but you've got another marathon potentially facing you here now. 3-0 to Brazil.
It completely seemed off in this first game. Let's call it properly, Harry. This is Joga Bonito, and Brazilian player playing a wonderful football. 3-0 into the first game of the grand final, and saying everybody, look, I'm here. I came to England, to Liverpool, to be the champion, and it's one game closer maybe, because we still have left 2 minutes. So we'll see if this result is enough or not for the Brazilian, for Juninho, because wonderful first match he has shown us so far for the moment.
He's played a really good tournament all day long. This game has been a testament towards that. Game 1 finishes Juninho 3, Talon 0, which means advantage to Brazil here in the final of the Fame Your Game Cup 2024. We're live in Liverpool in this miraculously amazing, beautiful, there's so many words to describe it, studio. The players have been in the amazing pods all day. They've been locked in. They've had to maintain that concentration. They've done so to get to this stage, but that man now, 1 game away from being the winner here today, from taking the lion's share of the $50,000 prize pool. And he's got 2 bites of the cherry to try and do so, being 1 game up. For Talon, again, it's about proving the concentration is still there.
We've seen that maybe Talon needs to force the penalty shootout to get closer to Juninho. Jokes apart, I hear the Brazilian community saying like that, come on Juninho, 1 more effort, 1 more victory to clinch the trophy. He's in a perfect spot, Harry, but how difficult with that? Because in the final we used to have just 1 game, this time with 3 games. It's like you won 1, but you need another one. And even with that score, they know how close is the matches between these two. So I don't see happening another 3-0. So, that will be more spicy into the second match, where I believe TALONESUI will be better, will be more aggressive, let's say. We'll find more how to go into those defensive line of Juninho, that for the moment, just to remind, for the 10th time today, has been the best defending, attacking, only one goal conceded, Harry. And after a long day, just conceding one goal, it's like, man, this man
seems impossible.
Dominate the game.
It has been. It's been dominant for him. I have to ask you, Alex, the game plan seemed to be for Juninho, invite Talon out of his shell by scoring an early goal. Obviously, early goals are great. You're never going to say no to an early goal, but I wonder if maybe he's going to try and do a similar thing. Try and push the pace, try and get that early goal so that Talon doesn't have the opportunity to keep it close, get towards the latter stages and maybe nick a winner or even score a goal before then and sit back. Do you think maybe he'll go for an early goal here?
Oh, we'll see. I think he will keep following his route. I mean, talking about TALONESUI with that 5-3-2 formation, the only thing that I see from my view is like the way to get closer to Juninho right now is to play mirror formation, like to make him not to have the superiority in that mid path with the midfielders, where it's making his opponent really have a hard time with him. So that's the only way, because that especially that MEF, that Neymar Jr. is having a really important role to receive any single time, just completely alone into the match and his play. And it's been a problem for every opponent. But new game, new story, and everything could be potentially happening in this second match of the grand final. And let's see. I can't wait to see later on how was the feeling in the media. I mean, on the communities rooting for the player, because huge communities are taking part, Harry, in the grand final. Thailand, Brazil. I think social media has to be popping up with many interaction right now.
Two of the most passionate fan bases.
Yeah, for sure.
We have, of course, South America. We have Southeast Asia, two hotbeds for eFootball Mobile. Two of the best talents are here on the stage now, and leg 2 of our final is now underway. It is Thailand attacking the right-hand goal in all blue. Brazil, I don't need to tell you what colour they are. And it is Juninho starting off early.
Nice
Roni, who can he find here? Turns as well. No strike, though. Can't get his strike away. Too much Thai pressure. And we did think Juninho might try and push the pace early on, just to invite Talon out of his shell. And especially after how that semi-final went for Talon. If you missed it, 3 penalty shootouts in a row. Came back from 1 game down to win a best of 3 as well. There's a chance to score a goal in open play. Talon has done so here in leg 2. It is Thailand 1, Brazil 0. Only the second goal Juninho has conceded here today.
Wonderful response right after the kickoff for TALONESUI. That I was about to say that the formation slightly advantage the way he defends Juninho, because he's dropping line quickly, and TALONESUI formation needs so much time to go forward, hype up the pitch. But this time, with just 3 players, it was enough to create that chance. Wonderful play, nice and better finishing, and it's TALONESUI with the lead finally in this grand final. And different story now is Juninho, the man from Brazil, and not have to react, Harry, and have to be explosive as he's during the whole tournament.
Speaking of the whole tournament, only his second goal that he has conceded. Juninho and Brazil have been near flawless. The first,
I saw a mistake he had in the formation, but yeah, keep going.
The first conceded by his adversary here in the group stages. Talon, the only man to have scored against Juninho here today. And he scored again here in leg 2.
I mean, yeah, we said from before, no, if he was the only one to beat him in today, potentially, why not defeat him again in the final? But after the first game, well, look, Juninho, who can say he was not going to be the winner in this game too? But for the moment, nice job by TALONESUI. We saw in the formation of Juninho that he preset from before the advanced tactic defensive on play. The marking, and you have to rebuild the marking every single time, because if you don't check it up, maybe I guess from the view in the first goal that the position of the center backs wasn't not the right one for Juninho, making the spot on the slot able to go through for TALONESUI. And tactically you need to be really aware of everything that happens. Now the chance, Caio Henrique with a stunning cross.
Ooh, had to be dealt with. And it's a really keen observation from you, Alex, knowing that you have to make sure that your man marking is exactly where you want it to be, the formation exactly right. It happens even at the top level, and we're seeing it here.
You need to be rechecking every single time. That's so disgusting, Harry, because, in front, TALONESUI, he's switching formation every single time. It makes you crazy with that stuff.
Marquinhos for Brazil, they trail for only the second time in the entire tournament. Richarlison looking to try and get one back. Enrique with the stunning input. Whenever you see that purple power bar, if it's not blocked, it's going to be a venomous effort that needs to be dealt with, whether it's a pass or a strike. Artur turns his man really, really well. But
nice blow by Georgian now.
Just too many members there of the Thai defence getting in the way.
But we see that way every single time they regain the ball. TALONESUI haven't had time to find a solution, because all his players on the attack are really far from this defensive line.
Ooh,
and that's why he lost the ball quickly again. Another chance for Juninho.
Van der Sar,
wonderful.
Lovely bit of skill. There is that purple power bar again. It's pushed behind for a corner. Around 10 minutes in game. Until half-time, it will be a Brazil corner, thanks to this header saved.
We haven't seen that much trick on the side, forcing that fake shot to regain enough gap space for those stunning cross, which seems to be one of the most remarkable identities in this game for Juninho, especially looking for Richarlison. Let's take a look. Ronnie
with the header. Sadly,
yeah, he needs
Thai goalkeeper.
He needs to avoid to send those balls to Ronnie, as we saw before. Harry is not the best choice to score with those header. But, well, you see, things happens.
Half-time rapidly approaching. And if there was a goal from either side that you would want to see, it's definitely Thailand. Just to open up the final a little bit. We know Juninho likes to attack, and sometimes he takes it personally when he concedes. Here's Ronnie inside the box, has turned one but can't turn two. And this no doubt will be cleared by Thailand after some Brazilian pressure high up the pitch.
I think sometimes it seems to be like with 6 defenders, TALONESUI, the 5 plus the DMF going between the central backs to join the defense. Look at the stats, only one attempt of target for Thailand. It was enough to take the lead. And that's why they are in the final. Each game, different story. They have reserves, they have to wait to go through. And this time in the second game was the man from Thailand, TALONESUI, the one leading.
So Talon 1, Juninho 0. That is a scoreline we have seen previously today, all the way back in Group B. It was the scoreline that Talon needed to even qualify for the knockout stages. There he is. He's shaking his hands out quite a lot, Alex. And I know obviously the hands get sweaty, especially when holding the mobile. But
their hands are sweating a lot, I would say.
I've noticed him shake out his right hand quite a bit. He did so immediately, and it seems to be he's stretching his hand there a little bit. I wonder, is he suffering with some cramps maybe, or maybe there's an injury to that hand?
It's a really interesting one, Harry, because that position that you play with the phone is not a really comfortable at all. I mean, in terms of for your forearms. Because sometimes when you have some anxiety because the stress to be in that place, the state, you can have some pain in your forearms a little bit because you need to, to stretch it a little bit. I mean, I've been in that situation and I had to be right there, right now. I prefer to be here with you, just enjoy the show because, be there, suffering the emotion, the drama. Now you are winning, you need to win second game or you need to resist the pressure from Juninho. Well, we'll see. Game 2, second half.
Is underway. We have recommenced action. Thailand 1 goal to the good. And they will need to win this one to force a game 3, a leg 3 that would then be the decider who would finish as a winner of the Fame Your Game Cup 2024. Neymar with a really nice ball, but I thought the hesitation from the goalkeeper might have just allowed Richarlison to.
But that goalkeeper was chilling. Like, I knew I was going to trap the ball. You know, no worries, guys. Chill. Still game on. And we seem that finally with those aggressive passes, Juninho's finding solution. We'll see now the chance for TALONESUI. No. Good job by Kajan Ricky regaining the ball, sending quickly to Arthur, sending the counter. Neymar Jr., Arthur, once again, Harry, will we see a goal? Or will be enough for TALONESUI to win the game?
Just recycling this attack. Juninho being patient here, waiting as you see the blue wall. So many bodies there.
Wonderful
Lovely
dribbling.
Footwork, and he's able to turn. Where will this rebound to? To the feet of a Thai defender. But look, there is no pressure on the Brazilian defence. This is now siege tactics. This is Talon sitting back and defending his 1-goal lead. He did so, don't forget, in the group stages. I'll come back to it as Vanderson maybe can cross in. Where's this one going? It's cleared out. But don't forget, he scored in the 20th minute back in the group stages, then defended for the next 70. So this will be light work for Talon after what he's already achieved here. Surely, unless Juninho has something to say about it, we need to see a response. Otherwise, we're going to a game 3.
Juninho needs substitution because over the minutes he's having less and less strength to go through those blue lines that TALONESUI is offering us from the moment he's leaving all his games. It's Neymar with a misclick, but the rebounds goes to Kajan Ricky with that heel aggressive pass to Arthur, missing the ball, losing the ball, now the counter. Whoa, 10 minutes left, and Harry, let's see if at least one more chance will be for Juninho.
It's go time. Go time for Brazil to try and force extra time. It's into the box. Where is this going to go? It's saved.
Every single
Thailand
chance.
Goalkeeper has earned his wages here today, and it's cleared. They're playing territory now by Thailand, as they have been since their goal. And look at the amount of time that has ticked away thanks to that one going all the way to the byline. Ball at the feet of Neymar now. That's recklessly given away. And next attack has to go Brazil's way. What's the number? It's no minutes added on, and Thailand will win game 2 1-0, which makes it 1-1 in the best of 3. Where else could this go? We're going to leg 3 to find our winner here in Liverpool. Will it be Brazil? Will it be Thailand? We cannot split them. It's going to take a third game.
And that's it. If you want to be the champion of this FIFA Fame Your Game Cup 2024, you need to prove it until the last match, until the third and decider match of this grand final. And everything you did before doesn't matter. It's the right time, the right moment to perform, to do everything you can to overcome your opponent. And it's Juninho 1, TALONESUI 1. And we see at the screen the pressure. Look at that.
What are we feeding Talon? Do we need to go and get some Thai food after this? Because
he wants to win and run out and leave home quickly. That's it.
He seemingly has 9 lives in this competition. Just moments away from being eliminated. Had to fight a real uphill battle in the group stages. It was not impossible, but highly improbable he would make it.
I mean, there's 2 different way of competitors. Everyone which is here is really competitive. And for someone's that high pressure that they are feeling right now is so let's say not good to have like that. But there's some others that love to be right there, love to feel that pressure, love to see that things coming in their mindset, like they feel the star. They are the star, and they are everyone looking at them, and it's the moment to prove, the moment to show up, and potentially. Who else will win? I don't know. TALONESUI, Juninho. It's difficult to predict. So difficult.
How else could we finish this? When Talon's involved, it's always going the distance. Here's how we got here. We saw it there on our screens. The semi-finals were absolutely grueling. And we're now ready for leg 3, Fame Your Game Cup 2024 here in Liverpool. A city full of footballing history and heritage. And now we've come down to a final game of eFootball Mobile to find our winner here today. Will it be Brazil? Will it be Thailand? Will we go to penalties? Talent's involved, so maybe.
No, we don't see a smile from the players. Difficult moment to be right now. There's different scenarios that we could have in the upcoming third and final match. Potentially, by TALONESUI will be really tough to deal with from the Juninho chances. But on the other hand, Juninho has proved to have solution every single chance he goes through. But you know, he needs to be accurate. He needs to be efficient with your chances from both players. So it's the right time to find out Richarlison rather than Ronnie, and it's time for TALONESUI to be that efficient as well with those content he could make it. So we'll see, Harry. It's the moment has arrived.
The moment has arrived for the final time today. We are about to kick off. It is game 3 of the best of 3. Forget everything else that's happened today. The winner of this game on your screens will be the winner of the Fame Your Game Cup 2024.
Look at the counter.
Taking on Juninho. It is this time Thailand in the all-red strip, and Brazil have gone for their signature away strip, the white shorts, blue socks and shirts. Defending to do here though for Brazil as Talon looks for an early goal, and it's cleared away quite handily by Brazil in the end.
Let's see how these two play again into the final match. We saw some mistakes, some early doubts in who you pass your first early plays. We saw also some high pressure from Juninho that want to go for it from the very beginning. Taking his time, TALONESUI is choosing the right one. Now the mistake, we'll see. Now the counter is running with the ball. 2-on-1 on the right side. Fred Ronnie. No, wonderful defense by Auke. The defender, the left back from Thailand. Now quickly Sarachak going forward. Boumathan going to Chalet. And Chalet looking back to pass. Yes, Boumathan with the potential option to the cross. It's stunning one.
2 Brazilian players go up for it and almost make a mess of it. But it is, in the end, cleared away. Possession stays with TALONESUI for now, though. Talon has been so resilient today. Look at the passes here. It's wide of the goal. First real chance for Thailand, and Juninho knows that one has to be respected. Very good chance here.
He had to try the first time shot. There's no other choice rather than that one. If he controlled, it was easy for the defender to regain that ball. Nice try. Really nice one. First opportunity of the game for this time. TALONESUI, the man from Thailand, that is going with everything he has to prove he's going to be the champion of this FIFAe Fame Your Game Cup 2024.
Well, we saw last time the ball was at the feet of the Thai goalkeeper. Saw Juninho be very patient, take his time. This time, Talon made the right pass and can start to build. Far side. Fred sticks a toe out, and now Marquinhos can take over and spring those blue shirts forward. It's just so attritional in that midfield. The likes of Richarlison have barely touched the ball for Brazil, and I think that's an important reason as to why we're seeing Thai supremacy here at the start in the first half of leg 3.
Look at the cross.
Cross coming in.
The rebound is in.
Oh, on the turn. Oh, the goalkeeper called in, and it's Thailand who score. It is Talon who's quickest to react. The goalkeeper is not clinical enough. Right place, right time. It's Talon who takes the advantage, breaks the deadlock after 35 minutes here in leg 3.
And let me say, Harry, I'm really looking to the faces of the player, and we have not to be that much intelligent to see that the worst scenario for the Brazilian is this one. Started losing the game against a really defensive player, TALONESUI, regaining that rebound. He was really smart, looking for those crosses, finding, secondary chances, because he knew from beginning it's difficult to score the header. But look at that one. In the third match, the lucky on your side, catching that rebound. his main forward, putting it into the net. 1-0 for TALONESUI, 1-0 in this final match that will change drastically the mood and the rhythm and the pace of the game for sure.
It flips this grand final on its head entirely. Talon is just the king of comebacks. I don't know how he does it, but there's been something mythical about the Thailand player here in Liverpool. It's been magical to watch. He just made the great escape out of the group stages and then won the marathon of the semi-final against his Peruvian opponents, ready for it. 3 penalty shootouts in a row. He lost the first one, so had to come back then. Lost game 1 of this grand finals, now finds himself in game 3. 1 goal to nil. Still early on, but it's a big advantage to carry going forward.
Still Leon, but it's a different situation because you look, the response of Juninho is not the same ones in the previous game. Now, directly 3 defenders. It's like he knew what happened in the previous league. He knew that he was having a hard time to go forward, hype up the pitch, to create these chances, and now he needs to do something else. He needs to do something different than before, because he knows the only one that has beat him in this competition is him, is TALONESUI, and now, in this moment, there's no room for mistake, there's no room for this approach, this opportunity, because both players are really close to be the champion. But for the moment, TALONESUI with the lead.
35 minutes gone. Thailand 1, Brazil 0. It has been magical to watch Talon ply his trade and do what he does best. So far, so good in leg 3. Brazil, though. Is there a response from Juninho? As there is the equaliser! There is that response that we haven't seen against Talon in the past. He finds the equaliser and sets us up for an amazing rest of leg 3. 1-1.
And it's this 3-20, but it's working, yes, right after switch of formation. And now the thing is, like, you keep with that formation, you move back to your main formation. Wonderful hit back pass and wonderful finishing. Is Brazil with the draw, is Juninho with the draw. And it's time to breathe a little bit, because you don't want to see the timing running up and you're losing against TALONESUI. Harry, but finally, nice response.
1-1, and it's a response we needed to see. I keep saying that, but we did, because Talon, we've seen him set up shop. He defended after scoring a 20th minute goal against Juninho. So if a couple of attacks went by the wayside for the Brazilian and Talon started to find his defensive footing, this could have gotten very, very frustrating very quickly for Juninho. He could have felt the tournament slipping out of his hands, but the reply on point, and it sets us up. We're still in the first half, by the way, so
yeah,
half time approaching, but sets us up for a second half that could be really explosive.
Yeah, we see Juninho coming back to his previous formation, his main one. In the other hand, we saw TALONESUI with a really interesting advanced tactics he's putting on his player. As we saw, he's playing with 2 AMEF, and he's putting offensive instruction to both of them just to go forward, hype up the pitch every single time he regains the ball. It's one of his keys on this tactic, on that defensive on paper formation, but at the end, a really good formation, obviously in good hands, in the hands of one of the best players all over the world, TALONESUI from Thailand.
So we're underway in the Fame Your Game Cup final. It's gone the distance. As long as Talon's involved, we always knew it would. We're here in leg 3, in the best of 3. It is 1 apiece, and it is 1 goal each here in leg 3. It is set up for pure cinema. 2 minutes added on, and Ronnie is Well, he's broken the back lines. Can he find another blue shirt in the box? It will stay alive here for Brazil, but that's quick reactions from Thailand. The defence clears it, and there is the half-time whistle. 1-1.
Harry, how crazy it is. We still have 24 minutes more to enjoy this grand final.
Yeah.
And potentially an extra time and potentially a penalty shootout. Well, we'll see. If we are seeing the TALONESUI taking part in this game, potentially, no, not potentially, obviously,
it's guaranteed.
Obviously,
it's guaranteed.
The chance to be in a penalty shootout is high. It's really high. But we'll see. Now, I love the reaction from Juninho. Now, the mental game is key with the 3 center back. He's proving that no, he went back to the 4 defenders. But he's having a hard time to be as accurate, as aggressive as before. And it's TALONESUI, maybe for the moment, with initiative in this third leg.
Just taking a quick moment to look back on these players' careers as we kick off the second half. Obviously, Talon won the Bayern München club event in the Allianz Arena over in Germany. We then saw Juninho come over to Manchester, just up the road, won the Old Trafford club event finals there. Both represented their respective clubs at the World Finals. Both fell short. But one of them has to become the bride here. The other one will remain the bridesmaid. But who is going to take centre stage and be crowned our winner? Brazil looking really good here, Roni, with the cross, and it's to the head of Richarlison. It's who you'd want taking that chance, but it is not good enough.
We can say, man, maybe Richarlison is not the man for the big games because we haven't seen so far in the semi-final and the finals.
That is a really good chance. And Brazil, since the half-time resumption, definitely have looked strong. Now, what response is there from Thailand?
Well, see, it seems really strong in this start of the second half. Juninho with another move. Now Richarlison, wonderful pass for Rafael Veiga. Looking for that low-through pass, but this time no. We need to restart his play a little bit, waiting more. He's approaching for the secondary lines, half up the pitch. Now the chance for TALONESUI, looking on the right wing, but no, it's Arthur, the Brazilian, former FC Barcelona, many clubs, with that recovery. Wonderful. Now Marquinhos.
Marquinhos, crossfield ball. Brazil looking really good coming forward. Richarlison near side. He's drifted out quite wide since the second half has started, and it's not really where you want him. It's not where he's best utilised. You want him on the end of those crosses.
Yeah.
But for now, I think any attack, it doesn't matter who is in what position. Juninho is just looking for that killer edge here. Likewise on the other side, for Talon, he wants to put red shirts forward. He's still playing a defensive game plan. You can see there at the bottom of the screen, that blue bar. But that's just to shore up and make sure the threats of Brazil, the Richarlisons, the Freds, the Neymars, of course, can't get in behind. That's been key for Juninho up to this point. And something tells me Talon is trying to counter that with his defensive game plan.
Well, let's take a look at the substitution from both sides. As usually, the left back, right back, and both AMF are the keys now. The TALONESUI formation. He now has to adjust the advanced instruction of offensive for both the new AMF into the game. On the other hand, we will see Juninho, that which kind of formation he will put it for the last part of the game. 4-4-2 with that quick counter, trying to protect a little bit more the wings in a really impressive way to use that formation in this moment of the match. But for some reason that he only knows for sure, he sees this tactic as the best to face these last moments, not the last 15 moments, if I'm not wrong, in this third match. And well, let's see, Harry, let's see if the substitution are game changers in this third match, in this third leg of the grand final of this competition.
I'm full of hypothetical questions here today, but is there a final effort from Talon? Is there anything left in the tank for Juninho? It's been a long day, but Brazil and Thailand are the only two nations remaining. Referee has given a foul towards TALONESUI, so it will be possession in the hands of Thailand. But with less than 10 minutes to go, don't forget extra time penalties. But if there's a winner in the 90, it's going to come in the next 10 minutes. Richarlison's off, so a key focal point removed and another one reintroduced for Juninho. Talon starting to build now. Defensively, had to be alert there to Juninho.
As Banderson now is having a hard time to clearing that ball, connecting with looking for Richarlison again. Now, critical moment for the Brazilian, leaving up his play. Now Arana going forward, looking for his DMF. Marquinhos thinking about where to connect. That's low, but missing that pass. That would be the counter by Snow, because he's taking his time. TALONESUI, no one wants to make a mistake. Harry.
Juninho was trying to do the exact same thing that Talon is doing. He wants the last attack of this game.
Yep.
But Juninho gave the ball away sloppily. Will that spell his demise here as Talon through one-on-one? TALONESUI! Surely now, from the brink of elimination in the group stages, from the brink of elimination in the semi-finals, has scored in the final. Surely the last kick of the game. Surely now he's stolen from the jaws of defeat a famous victory here in Liverpool to make it TALONESUI into the lead. Unbelievable. It's emotional. But surely now we have our winner of the Fame Your Game Cup. We knew it would come down to taking your chances, and he took it with aplomb.
He had that game on that play on his mind, and he perfectly executed. Congratulations, TALONESUI, the champion of this FIFAe Fame Your Game Cup 2024.
Unbelievable. You see what it means to the man representing Thailand.